Hey Cancer, Three of Swords, which is pain, despair, heartbreak. Hopefully that's not your total theme. Going along with that though is the Six of Wands. It's achievement, pride, success. So this tells me, Cancer, that you're heading in the right direction, even if it does entail heartbreak. And I feel like for some of you, this is a twin flame connection. This is very heavy connection. And right now, you guys not being together is wearing on you, and frankly, wearing on them as well. Because, you know, Cancers, you guys are the cardinal water sign, on top of being extremely emotional, extremely in your feels. And when you connect with people, you connect with people on such a deep level that when the connection's broken or it's not happening at the moment, and I'm saying that wrong, kind of, because for a lot of you, I feel like the connection isn't broken. The communication is broken, which then in turn affects the connection, which is why there's a heaviness here. For some of you, this is very recent. For some of you, it's been ongoing. Makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup. And for whatever reason, you feel like this is it. Like this, I feel like a lot of you are like, this is probably the end of it. But it's very strange because I don't get the feeling that that's necessarily true. The next card you have coming into the month makes complete sense. This is your current position. Two of Swords, decisions, choices. If you don't make a choice, it's a stalemate. I kind of feel like because you guys aren't communicating, you're not sure which decision to make. And I know that sounds weird, but it's like until you know where their headset is, where their mindset is, you can't make that full decision on your own, because part of you's going, so the Two of Swords is a duality. It represents two people in a very strong connection. And it's kind of like you don't want to cut the cord completely unless you know they want to cut the cord completely. So I feel like you're in a headset of, you know, are they out there seeing somebody else? Whereas I feel like your significant other or your ex is feeling the same way. And the reason I say significant other is I don't feel like it's completely broken yet. And so I feel like this Two of Swords is saying somebody's going to have to make a choice, or you're going to sit at a stalemate. Because I don't see you running out and trying to meet people. I don't see them running out trying to meet people. Now, yes, I know there's going to be people saying, oh, I'm not interested in this person, screw them. Never. Well, then watch the singles read, because if you're not interested in what they're up to, then, you know, go, like, you might as well go out and have some fun and meet new people. But the two says there's some decisions that need to be made, but I feel like neither one of you, you're at a stalemate. Like neither one of you is making the decision. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout coming into the month. And you have the Moon. So kind of mysterious, shady, illusion, fear of the unknown, which goes along with you don't want to make a decision. They don't want to make a decision because you don't know what each other's doing. The Moon is Pisces card, so you could be dealing with a Pisces. The thing about the Moon card is I always use the same example, right? You're out in the woods. The only light you have is the moon. There's a giant object in front of you. Is it a bear that can eat your feet, or is it a rock you can walk around? You don't know. You don't have the clarity. So right now, Cancer, I feel like the reason you haven't made this big decision on whether to cut them off or not is because you are unclear. Could we have another go at this? You know, should we cut this completely off? Part of you is like, yes, absolutely, I need to cut this off. But then there's something pulling at your heartstrings saying, wait, wait, wait. I keep hearing wait, wait, wait. Like you're feeling like there's something, I haven't learned all of my lessons here that I need to learn with this person. Then, which for some of you, you're going, oh, fuck, like I've learned enough. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years throughout your childhood. Now, this makes perfect sense to me, okay? The reason the universe is bringing this in is the universe is saying, look, regardless, Cancer, you can stand on your own 2 feet. You will land on your own 2 feet. What happened here what's going on with Cancer where you feel that this is all you deserve or this is all you can get? For some of you. For others of you, it's just a mix of things aren't working right now. But for a lot of you, if this connection needs to end, the universe is saying, Cancer, like, where's this, you know, stoic, confident person who knows what they're worth, knows their self-worth? Why are you sticking with this narcissistic person or this person who could possibly be verbally or mentally abusive or don't put any effort? They don't put any effort into the situation at all. There's something here that you've allowed to go on. Not that it's your fault. I'm not placing blame. What I'm saying is there are certain times in life where we allow things to happen that we're stronger than, we're better than. And the universe is telling you, Cancer, if this is it, if this is all they're going to offer, which is nothing, because I feel like a lot of people, whoever this person you're dealing with is, they don't have the energy. They're not putting the time and attention. They love you. They want the connection. They want the success with you, but they're tired. They're exhausted. And frankly, so are you. The next card you have is your immediate past, or the past few weeks, past month or two. You have the Knight of Wands. Now this is interesting because this tells me either somebody else has come charging in, or this is kind of like a false hope. Like this person has come back to you and been like, I love you, I miss you, I want to be with you, but then it didn't turn into anything. Like you're back to square one, where this moon is kind of like, well, what the fuck are we doing? What's the intention here? Because I feel like they talk a good talk, but then their actions don't speak louder than their words. So they say everything that you need to hear. They tell you they love you. They tell you they miss you. They come in as confident. They're very charming. It's almost like they're really good at charming you, but then there's no follow through behind that. Because again, this is the immediate past. So I feel like some of you have had that connection, or you got back together, or you thought you were getting there, but then somehow now you're back to this, like, what the heck? There's heartbreak and I have to make a decision. So I feel like they come in, they tell you everything they want you to hear, and then it's stagnant. There's no movement. It doesn't go anywhere. The next card you have is your distant future. So over the next few months, and you have the Two of Cups, which is twin flame. Cancer, this person you're connecting to is a big connection for a lot of you. This is a huge connection, because having the twin flame card, or karmic connection, or soulmate, you don't have to correct me in the comments. To each his own. Whenever I pull this card, people always tell me what it is. For me, it's all encompassing a definite twin flame energy, a definite soulmate connection, a definite, this is a connection that will not easily be broken. Seeing this in your distant future tells me there's a possibility you guys will get back together. Tells me which out of all the signs this month, this is the first where it's been like, to have this pull in your distant future. The reason you're so heartbroken is because not being with this person, or for some of you, not talking to this person, is worse than anything. Like, you could take us not getting back together and things not being right, but it's the cut of communication, it's the silence that hurts the most, I think. The next card you have is your immediate future. So over the next few weeks, so this is kind of like the waiting game, okay? The High Priestess is a holiness. It's a higher power. This is saying, look, Cancer, you may not understand it. You may not know why it's not happening immediately, but there's something here. There's an unconscious here. There's a dreaming, a spirituality in place. So this is saying, Cancer, wipe your hands of it. Let go, let God, higher power, whatever it is you believe in. The High Priestess is stepping in here, because I think there's so much hurt and so much turmoil that it's hard to see things clearly. And you keep playing this, what should I break up, or should I cut, because you're broken up, but should I cut this off completely, or should I not? And I feel like the universe is going to guide you in the direction. And I honestly feel like maybe this is a break you guys need. Maybe this is an eye-opening for them. Maybe they thought, no, you would never do this. Maybe you're ghosting them right now. Maybe you're being silent, because I feel like the reason there's this heartbreak here is you're not talking. And I feel like it may be because you're not talking to them. Like, maybe they're communicating with you and you're like, no, we've been through this rodeo before. Nothing's changed. You always come back charming me. You always come back wistful and funny and everything's good, but then nothing changes. And your amount of effort seems to even lower each time. It's almost like they've given up because they feel like they can't make you happy. But at the same time, like, you're very clear on what would make you happy, and it's easy things. I don't feel like you're asking for the world. You're not high maintenance about this. You're saying, look, if you want to eventually move in together, like, we need to start going in that direction. Or you tell me eventually you want to marry me, or whatever it is they're saying to you. And yet, like, nothing happens. Nothing goes in that direction. Like, I feel like for some of you, like, they can't even make the effort to, like, get dressed up to go have dinner or something. Like, they'll just go in their sweat. Like, it's almost like they're very complacent, and they already, look, Cancer, it feels like they already feel like they know, like, you're the person they're going to be with, whatever. So they don't have to make that effort. But it just doesn't work that way. You should still always try and put some effort into a relationship. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Could be the beginning, middle, end. It could last for a day, etc. You have the King of Pentacles. This is stability. This is security. This is business-like. So I almost feel like this person is going to come in and be like, hey, how's it going? But with no emotion. It's going to be more of like, look, I like you. I care about you. What are we going to do to fix this? Or they may contact you and this is how you're going to be like, you know, it's almost like a business transaction. Not that it'll be like that forever, not like there won't be any emotion, but it'll be more like, let's cut to the brass tacks. Let's cut out the emotional bullshit and get to the bottom of it. Do you want to be with me? Yes or no? Do you want to be with me? Yes or no? Can we stop the silliness? Can we stop the fights? Can we stop? But I think there's other underlying issues here. There's distrust issues. There's maybe a third party situation. There's other things. And so those need to be addressed as well. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is very businesslike, but also very capable, very stable. And so I feel like maybe you guys can get to a point where you can have this stable conversation and say, this is what I need from you. This is what I need from you. This is the expectation. Are we going to be friends? Are we going to get back together? What is this all coming down to? Because whatever this connection is, the non-communication and whatnot, is hurting both of you in a very deep way. It's not just you, Cancer, it's cross-watchers too. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. You have the Three of Swords again. So threes may be your number one. And number two, this fear. You have a fear of being hurt. This person has hurt you deeply. Maybe they've lied. Maybe they've cheated. Maybe they've cut you off. Maybe whatever the situation is, it's deep. It's a deep wound. And they need to put some effort into this to make it up to you. Like, I really feel like this person doesn't understand that you're not expecting them to run out and buy you a diamond ring. You're expecting them to help you feel secure in a situation, help you feel like if there was a third party situation, well, now, you know, maybe your phone should be out and open on the table or whatever it is for you that, like, you know, if it's got to be down to what are you up to? I need to see everything you're doing and have all your passwords and whatever. Do you really want to live like that? But at the same time, whatever's going on here, Cancer, they're making no effort in making you feel secure. And if you don't make a Cancer feel secure, they go into their shell. And the next time and the next time and the next time, they're a lot harder to get back out. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome. All right, I love this for you, Cancer, because this is your card, the Chariot. And anytime the signs card comes out in a reading, it makes me feel like you're genuinely making decisions based on what Cancer needs, what Cancer wants. The Chariot is a card saying, you know, I use this example a lot too, kind of like the Pisces card or the Moon. I use this example a lot. The Chariot, if the Chariot is moving in the same direction, two people are moving in the same direction, it moves smoothly. Yes, there are bumps along the way. Yes, there are arguments. But if two people are going in completely different directions, it stands still. You don't get anywhere. You have a stalemate. You have this where there's no decisions. Your hope is that you can get back on the same path and maybe start moving again, because right now you're stagnant, they're stagnant. You're not interested in meeting anybody. They're not interested in meeting anybody, but you've got to get back on the same page. This is a self-identification. So maybe having this break and taking this time really will tell you, like, can I move forward with this person, or are we on two different paths and it's not going to change, and therefore I need to, you know, decide if this is what's good for me right now. The biggest thing, Cancer, is what's good for you. What is going to make you happy? What's going to work in your life? If this person being in your life makes it more difficult, causes more issues, then you have your answer. Right now, you need to think about what's best for Cancer. The next card you have is your outcome card. All right, so you have the Eight of Cups, and as usual, I'm going to clarify both your outcome and distant outcome. But the Eight of Cups is stagnation. This is dissatisfaction. This is not moving. So I feel like, once again, but again, this is moving. So I feel like there will be some communication here, because I feel like they have a tendency to come back in kind of whenever they want. Like, hey, I'm here, and then they're gone, or I love you, but then they don't like do anything to really, you know, match that. So the Eight of Cups is just you kind of feeling like it's just not moving. Like maybe you're ready to make the choice. You're ready to either cut the cord or to make something happen. And the Eight of Cups is a feeling of like, why is this not moving? Like you want just their cup. They want just your cup. So why can't we get it together? Why can't we make it work? Now the Two of Coins is about balance. It's about priorities, and it's about change. So I really feel like, and here you are showing up to Cancer, I really feel like with the Two of Coins or Two of Pentacles, this is about you figuring out your balance. This is about Cancer figuring out what Cancer needs, what Cancer wants, what Cancer's willing to accept, etc. Like I really feel like you need to decide once and for all. Do I want to live in a state of constantly feeling like I'm heartbroken? Do I want to live in a state where I feel like they tell me all these wonderful things? It's great, but it's like a fantasy because it never comes to fruition. This is about balancing you out, figuring out what you want. And then if they want to come along for this ride and go straight forward, great. If they don't, and if you don't want to consider them coming along, then you won't. The Queen of Cups here, though, is covering the Two of Cups here. The Queen of Cups is saying, look, she's mysterious. She's not giving away her secret. So I feel like Cancer, I hate to say this, and cross watchers are going to get annoyed, and that's fine, but I feel like they need to work for it. With the Queen of Cups here, I feel like you need to hold this cup. You need to wait for them to help you fill it. Because I feel like you could get to this twin flame state again. I do feel like this is some sort of karmic connection for you. But the Queen of Cups is saying, no, I'm not. You can't come in and out. You can't charm your way into this one, pal, or lady pal. Like, literally, the Queen of Cups is saying, you know, I'm not going to tell you what you need to do. You're going to have to figure it out. I'm done having the conversation of what I need, and then my needs never getting met, even though I feel like you do go out of your way to make sure their needs are met. So I think the Queen is you holding strong, saying, if you want to be a part of my life, bring it, but bring it hard. You're going to have to work for this, because I'm changing. I've got things going on in my life that are going to take more priority over this bullshit. And I deserve better. So either you bring it, you show that, or you don't. For a lot of you, I think it will come to fruition for you, especially with this Two of Cups here. For some of you, unfortunately, it won't. But for the majority of you, I think if you stand your ground, I think that's why this is so heartbreaking for you this month, Cancer. Because for once, you're standing your ground. Before, it was like, oh, they'd come in, I love you, and you're like, oh, I love you too, okay, okay. Now you're kind of like, that's not enough. Okay? That's not enough. You, like, show me. Prove it. All right, Cancer.